Oh yes guys, welcome back to another episode with myself Luke. So I hope you've had a great day wherever you are. So unfortunately my gut instinct is playing out right now. I have been talking about this for a few days now, last week as well. Even though we had this symmetrical triangle pattern, we tried to break through it, but I did mention in one of my videos that for me, if you're going to take a trade, when we went past this support line, this resistance, sorry, it looked like it was going to turn into support, but it didn't. We came back into the triangle, the symmetrical triangle, and then obviously we are breaking a lot lower. So if you're doing a short trade, then I'm going to show you some levels to watch out for, and we're 3 days, 8 hours away from the Bitcoin halving. So welcome to the channel. If you haven't subscribed already, please go ahead and do so. Leave thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever will always help myself and the algorithm here on YouTube. So last week, I did talk about this symmetrical triangle breaking out and the fact that this significant resistance line here only put a trade in if we go above it, which we didn't. And if you remember, I had a trade at about 74k up to 84,000 US dollars. Now again, my gut instinct was talking about that we probably wouldn't go past. Now anything could happen. I'm not any genius with technical. There's loads of people that do technical analysis. You have to be careful. The most important thing is your stop losses, and that if you're going to lose a trade, lose by 0.5% or 1%, not your entire portfolio. So for me, again, day trading is something that I don't do. I prefer to dollar cost average just to invest, and if I do trade, it's maybe 3 or 4 times a year that I jump into swing long positions. If you're new to the channel, then some of the swing long positions that I took last year, which were quite successful, were all the way back at the beginning of the year. I missed this one. Nobody can time the bottom. I know some of my friends, they bought Bitcoin and altcoins around this period. I was buying altcoins, but not Bitcoin. I entered a trade at 20k when we had this dip here. I had a successful trade here and a successful trade here and another one around here. So for me, they're swing long positions. Now, of course, one of the I wouldn't say it's a mistake because I took profits off the table 3 times. Is if you have a moving stop loss, that's what stomped me out. But I took profits off the table, but my stop loss was a little bit too close, and that's why I got stomped out. So if you are in a winning trade, maybe you're still in a trade from all the way down here, then congratulations to you. Obviously, none of what I'm saying is financial advice. Make sure to have stop losses at break even, or a little bit of take some profit off the table. Nobody gets poor taking profit off the table. So for me personally, I'm just waiting for that next swing long position. And could we be seeing that right now? Most certainly it looks like, in my opinion. Again, I have been the last week, the last couple of weeks, I've been talking about the halving, and that just from experience, usually we see a lot of volatility, and this is exactly what it looks like it's happening right now. So should you be selling everything? Should you be afraid? No, that's not what I'm saying. It's just an opportunity. It's an opportunity if we do jump into Bitcoin, into the altcoins, mid cap, lower caps, especially if we do dump down to these levels, because it's most likely for this cycle going to be the last mega dump, or a dump, whatever. We'll have pullbacks. We always have pullbacks in cycles. Even when we go up to 100k, 80k in the near future, we will have 15, 20, 25% pullbacks, maybe several of them, before we hit that next all-time high. In my opinion, it could be as high as, I'm saying 150, could go all the way beyond 200,000, but like you can see, my $100,000 mark here is very objective, and not objective, very conservative, I should say, to start dollar cost averaging out of positions. So my opinion, anywhere between 100 and 150k. Do you know what I'm going to set? a marker here at 150k, so you can see that. There we go. And then I'll just highlight it orange. So I don't know if I can, just one second, can I? Yeah, so we'll just keep it like that. So anywhere between these levels, this is what I'm aiming for, and dollar cost averaging, not everything out, because if it does go above 150,000, then I still want some exposure to the market with altcoins. But I'll be taking profits off the table as soon as we go past that $100,000 level, and that's where I start, taking profits out as we go beyond 100k. But I'll be taking profits off the table. I won't be waiting for any top. Nobody can time the top. I don't think anybody has. If they did, then they're completely lucky, and fair play to them. So the halving is coming. It is 3 days, 8 hours, 20 minutes. And again, last week I was talking about, could this be a buy the rumor, sell the news event? And right now it looks like it. This week we have already experienced a pullback of around 7-8%, and from the last week we've actually come all the way down 15%. So what's interesting is, if we go back to the last cycle, we did have this pullback before. Now this pullback was 2 months before the halving, and right now we are smack bang on the halving. So I don't expect to have a pullback quite like this, 65%, but that's why I've got these Fibonacci levels drawn here at 51k, 54k and 37k. I do believe that if we do come to some of these levels, let's say the first one, 51k, that'll be a wonderful opportunity to put a swing long position, maybe put 3 different swing long positions. If you're doing swing long positions, then get ready for any 51k, 52k. The next level will be between 44, 45, and then we've got the 0.618 level all the way down here at $37,000. So my opinion, it looks like we're rolling over. The altcoins are being absolutely smashed right now. We're down 10-15% for the day, for the week, right across the board, 30-40%. So dollar cost averaging into some of these coins, they're all on sale. Don't start selling your bags because you're down 30-40%. That's probably one of the worst things you could do. Again, not financial advice. You do what you want to do, and don't just listen to some random guy, that includes me, on YouTube telling you what you should do with your money, with your crypto. So just look at Gala, for example. I've spoke about this a few times already. I mean, we're down 38%, almost 40% from the local high of 7 cents. So Gala for me would be another good one to start jumping into. Again, tomorrow we could go down another 40%. It doesn't mean that we've gone down 40% today that we can't go down another 50-60%. The next several days we could keep going down 40. So when do you start dollar cost averaging? Well, that's the beauty of dollar cost averaging. You can't time the bottoms, you can't time the tops. So when you see days like this, what I'm doing, I buy altcoins at bargain prices, and I expect it to dump even further, because if Bitcoin dumps even lower, then I expect the altcoins to dump lower. Am I bothered? Not really, because in the long run for this year, it's going to be a phenomenal bull run. As soon as we get past that level, that day, which is the 15th of April, I believe the halving will happen early hours of Saturday morning in Europe. So wherever you are, it will be either Friday or Saturday, and then we're going to have 365 days. Maybe just after we keep having a dump, but after that, going towards summer, the rest of this year, we're going past that 6-figure Bitcoin. So not a lot really to say much for that. I'm just repeating what I've said the last few days. I don't want to bore you to death, but yeah, my gut instinct is playing out, sadly. And I mean, it's not sadly, it's a good opportunity to get more Bitcoin and altcoins at a lower price before we shoot up. So what could happen is we come down to these levels of 51k and have a huge V-shaped recovery going into the summer, and it's I mean, it's anyone's guess. I don't really like giving estimation of where I think Bitcoin's going. I've said 150,000, but that's just for me personally when I will start dollar cost averaging out. But as for the price, nobody knows where Bitcoin's going. I mean, you can't chase the market. Predictions, I don't know even if they're useful to give predictions for things. I know I do it just for, the truth is for my channel, honestly for clicks and stuff. But the best thing, I mean, Bitcoin leads the way, dollar cost average into coins, and that's pretty much it. It's worked for me in the last cycle. We've gone through a really tough bear market. I think most of us that have been in crypto for a while have probably gone through some sort of PTSD from the last cycle because of that double top. But yeah, so for me, anywhere, it definitely go into six figures. But as soon as we go, the one thing that you could take away, as soon as we go past that 100k, going over that six figure, then what I'm doing is DCAing out of my positions, 75, 80%, leave 20%. If we go above 150 towards 200k, then I've still got like 20% exposure in crypto. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today's episode. I'm just trying to think what else to cover. It was, yeah, the Bitcoin dominance is still at 55%. So if you watched some of my videos the last few weeks, I did call a head and shoulders pattern here at 57%, and it literally hit bang on the money, 57%, which is terrible for altcoins, because then, I mean, almost 60% of the market cap is in Bitcoin. Ethereum takes maybe, I don't know, 10-15%, the rest of the space is in altcoins. So we need, and I've been saying this over and over again, we need the dominance to come crashing down into the 40% range, 40 to 45% for a Bitcoin, for an altcoin season. If we don't, then we'll keep having altcoin rallies for sure, but an altcoin season is when this thing comes crashing down, and then the altcoins will have their mega, I think this year, especially in AI, in gaming, and the rest of the altcoins, but especially in AI and gaming, in my opinion, are going to do absolute phenomenal things this year going into next year. So let me know what you think in the comment section below, what altcoins you're getting, if you agree, disagree with my very bad technicals, and even the dominance, and yeah, just let me know your feeling, if you think we're going to pump up to 100k before the summer. Just let me know in the comment section below. So that's it for today. Thanks guys and girls for watching, sticking around to the end, and I will see you with another video next time. Bye bye.